Hi everyone. Welcome to our video guide. In this video, we'll show you a step-by-step guide on creating a landing page using the Woostify theme and Elementor Flexbox Container. Let's see how the page is built. First, in the WordPress dashboard, we add a new landing page. We want to remove the header and footer while building the page, so we set the page template Elementor canvas. Click on Edit with Elementor to start building the landing page. Then, we'll navigate to the Elementor editing area. Before building, take a look at the landing page template. There are 9 large content blocks. We'll build these blocks with containers. Start with the first section of the page. Let's see its structure. It includes 5 parts positioned vertically. Of them, there is a part with 3 elements placed horizontally. Please see how we nest containers to build this section. Add a new container and select the column, vertical option for the direction of the whole section. Then, from the left menu, drag widgets that support specific functionalities into the editing area. For the part with 3 elements inside, you add a new container inside the parent container. To edit the design of each part, we go to the Style tab on the left. To create 3 parameter sections, we continue to drag more 3 containers inside the container. Because these 3 sections have the same layout, we complete the content for the first one, then duplicate it. To turn them into row layout, we go to the Layout tab and select the row, horizontal option in direction. We also can reduce the distance between the 3 elements by customizing the width. Then, align items in the middle. Drag the image widget to add an image inside the container. The first section has been completed. Please check how it is displayed in the front end. The next section is an image as a cover and a piece of text added over it. Drag a new container and insert an image as background. Continue to drag the heading widget to add text over the background image. Now we'll edit the text to make it similar to the template. To make the two containers overlap each other like the template, we'll edit the container located above and set a margin of -200 for the bottom. Next, we'll build 8 content blocks in this section. To build this, we'll need to create multiple nested containers. Let's see how we nest them together. We divide the section into 2 containers positioned vertically. Inside each container, we create 2 smaller containers horizontally, each of which presents 1 content section. Each section includes an image and a piece of text that will be then put in 2 horizontal containers. To make the section stretch the screen, we click on the parent container and set full width. And, to create edges that lie close together, we set each container's padding to 0 and adjust the gap between child containers to 0 as well. The layout is good now. We just add content to each container. Now, continue to build the next section. This section includes text, icons, and an image. Looking at the layout, we'll set the parent container's direction to row. There are 2 child containers, one for text and icons on the left and one for the image on the right. Select full width to make the section stretch the whole screen. We'll build content on the left first. There are also nested containers inside the text and icon container. We drag the heading and text editor widgets to the left container, add content, and style them. Next, we add 3 new nested containers vertically. Inside each, we create 2 containers horizontally. And continue to create 2 containers horizontally inside them. The section structure has been done. Now we just build content for each container. We only need to build one part, then duplicate it and edit content. It'll help save time. Building the image container is much simpler. Just drag the image widget into it. Then, add padding to create space for the section from the edges before setting the background color for the whole section. The next section includes full width and full screen slides. We'll use the Elementor Slides widget to complete this part. Drag the Slides widget into the next container, then set the container at full width with 0 padding. Click on the Slides widget to build slides. We go to the Content tab to build content for each slide. We also set the height for slides. In each slide, there are 3 tabs of background, content, and style for you to customize. After completing building the slide, you just duplicate the slide and change the content. Below the Sildas section is Slide Options, which gives you more options to control how the slides work in the front end. Continue with the Technique Specifications section. There's no problem in building the heading and image, but you need to pay attention to how we build specifications. After adding the heading and image, we start building specifications. Like some sections above, we'll create multiple nested containers for this section. We use the 2 widgets, Icon List and Text Editor, to build content inside the container. We don't create 2 nested containers inside because it affects mobile display. When building 2 nested containers inside, we won't be able to set the direction of their parent containers to row. After completing building with the 2 widgets, you click on their container and select the row option. Duplicate and customize padding to remove redundant space. Because the lower row has fewer items than the upper row, we customize the content width to align items reasonably. The layout is perfect now. Then, we just modify the content to complete this part. There are two separate parts in this section, user reviews and FAQs. Then, we'll set two nested containers horizontally. Use the heading widget for the text user reviews. Then, we drag the widgets of testimonial and star rating to build the reviews part. The testimonial widget allows setting the reviewer's name, title, and image. We add padding to create white space around content. In this section, we use the divider widget to create a line below the heading. To build the FAQs part with text in a collapsed manner, we use the accordion widget. Each item of the widget includes two parts, heading and content. We'll paste the question into the heading part. Below it, we drag the text editor here to add answers. The accordion widget offers options to customize the accordion, heading, and content. It's quite simple to build this section. It includes a heading and 3 products below. Then, we add a new container with the column direction. We drag the heading widget and use the Woostify products widget to create products. In the Woostify Products widget, we set the number of columns to display products. In the Query section, we select the watch category so that the widget shows only the products belonging to this category. The last section includes a submission form on the left and an image on the right. Then, we build a parent container with two horizontally nested containers inside. We use the form widget to build the submission form. In the Forms field, we just keep the email field while removing other items. We also change the width of the form to make the email box and the button be located on the same line. Then, navigate to the Style tab to customize the Forms field and button. Drag the image into the right container. To make the image stretch the screen, we set full width and zero padding for the container. We also align the image to the right. We also add padding to create space between the form and the left margin. Mobile phones generate most of the digital commerce website visits around the world and also create the largest percentage of orders. Therefore, mobile optimization is an essential step when we build a landing page. Let's see how we optimize this landing page for mobile. Now we see how the page is displayed on mobile. We'll find a few problems with the mobile display. Then, we'll need to go to Elementor to adjust the settings for mobile. We'll reduce the size of the heading. And remove the margin for the first section. For the next section, we need to edit the heading typography to suit the mobile screen. The text width also needs changing so that the text occupies just 3 lines. We also set the cover option for the display size of the background image. The layout of the next part is quite good for mobile screens. We just add padding to create space between images and text. For these 2 parts below, their orders for the text and images are changed. So we click on each container to change their orders. We also make some changes to the high-tech functionality section. Reduce the heading size, then align all the elements to center. Remove the gap between the elements inside the container. On the desktop screen, we set this image beside text. But for the mobile version, we can remove it by going to the Advanced tab, navigating to Responsive, and tapping the button Hide on Mobile Portrait. Continue with the section of slides. Click on each slide and move all text to the center of the slides. We also reduce the height of all these slides. The headings are too big for mobile screen. Then, we reduce their sizes in the Style tab. In the section of technical specifications, the layout of the sensor part has problems. To keep this part in the right layout, we change the width of each widget. For the next sections, we simply customize the width and padding to balance the layout. We'll create a slide for these products with Woostify product slider. Then, visitors will see all the products on the slide bar. We'll have two layouts, one for desktop and one for mobile. Therefore, we also need to hide one on mobile and the other one on desktop. We'll resize the email box and subscribe button so that they can be in the same line. Also, we just show the image on the desktop while hiding it on mobile. Now, let's see how the mobile display is now. We've completed the process of building the landing page. Thank you for watching our video. Please visit woostify.com to get more details.